November 22, 1963. It was supposed to be a normal day in Dallas. Crowds gathered along the streets, smiling and waving as the President of the United States passed by. But within 6 terrifying seconds, the world would change forever. This is the story of the day the world stood still. In 1963, John F. Kennedy was one of the most admired leaders in the world. Young, charismatic, and full of vision, he had inspired millions with his famous challenge. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. He had led America through tense moments of the Cold War and had begun pushing for civil rights reforms. To many, Kennedy represented a hopeful future. But on that November morning, no one imagined that hope would soon turn into tragedy. President Kennedy traveled to Dallas, Texas, as part of a political tour ahead of the 1964 election. He rode through the city in an open-top limousine alongside his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, smiling and waving at thousands of cheering spectators. The motorcade moved slowly through downtown Dallas. People leaned from windows, children sat on their parents' shoulders, and cameras flashed everywhere. The atmosphere was joyful. No one knew that danger was waiting just ahead. At approximately 12:30 p.m., the presidential motorcade turned into Dealey Plaza. Suddenly, a loud crack echoed through the air. Then another, and another. Panic erupted. President Kennedy had been shot. Within moments, the limousine sped toward Parkland Memorial Hospital, where doctors desperately tried to save his life. But the wounds were too severe. At 1 p.m., the young president was pronounced dead. He was just 46 years old. News spread across the world within minutes. Television broadcasts suddenly stopped their regular programs. Anchors struggled to hold back tears as they delivered the devastating announcement. Millions of Americans gathered around their televisions in disbelief. People cried in the streets. Church bells rang. For many, it felt as though time itself had stopped. Just hours later, police arrested a suspect. Lee Harvey Oswald, a former U.S. Marine. He was accused of firing the fatal shots from the Texas School Book Depository building overlooking Dealey Plaza. But the mystery deepened when only 2 days later, Oswald himself was shot and killed by nightclub owner Jack Ruby while in police custody. This shocking event was broadcast live on television. And suddenly, the world had even more questions. Investigations later concluded that Oswald acted alone. But for decades, many people have continued to ask, was there more to the story? Could others have been involved? Even today, the assassination of John F. Kennedy remains one of the most debated mysteries in modern history. Though his presidency lasted less than 3 years, Kennedy left a lasting legacy. His vision helped inspire the space program that eventually sent humans to the moon. His speeches continue to motivate generations. And his tragic death remains one of the most unforgettable moments in world history. November 22, 1963. A day that began with celebration, but ended with a nation in mourning. It was the day the world stood still. History is full of moments that changed the world forever. Which historical story should we uncover next? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy stories like this, follow Past Rewind Chronicles for more incredible moments from history.